Deputy John Brady, whom I understand is sharing his 10 minutes with Deputy Kathleen Function.
That's correct. That's Count Corla. First of all, can I just welcome members of our Children's Health Group to the gallery here this evening. They're very welcome. But to me, I think it defies logic that any parent would have to go out and mobilise and organise any campaign group, or indeed sit in a public gallery at 10:10 on a Wednesday evening in the hope that their national legislators will do the right thing. And I suppose members of this group represent so many families right across the state looking in here this evening. But there is no legitimate reason for any TD here in this chamber to vote against giving a child who is sick a full medical card. We've heard a number of announcements on this, but there's been no action at all to implement it. In the most recent announcement coming last week on foot of the Sinn Fein tabling this motion, Minister Harris said it would be implemented next year. But next year is simply not good enough for many, many families and children out there. These children are sick now and they need medical cards now, not next year. There are no excuses whatsoever. Legislation is in place. Sinn Féin have brought forward the legislation. It's prepared and it's ready to go. Implementation is all that is needed now at this stage. Now, unfortunately, Minister Harris failed to answer a question and give us a date as to when that legislation could be in place. Now, I don't agree with the Labour Party or Deputy Alan Kelly too often, but I agree with him that there's no reason why that legislation cannot be put through now. And I ask the ministers in our presence here, maybe they can provide us a date as to when this legislation can be put through. The government can rush through legislation when it suits them, be it the financial emergency legislation, the property tax, water charges, or indeed issues or legislation to tackle head shops. It has been done. If providing sick children with a medical card was a priority, it could be done too. This is about political priorities and about political choices. The cost of doing this is a mere €9 million, which pales in comparison to the €14 million spent on ministerial transport costs between the years 2011 and 2014, or the €700 million spent on Irish Water. Again, it comes down to political choices. Seriously ill children should never be left waiting for medical cards. Parents have to fight the system to get a medical card for their sick children, one that they are rightly entitled to. This puts huge and unnecessary pressures on parents. Those with disabilities have suffered hugely under the government's austerity agenda, scrapping of the mobility allowance, halving the housing adaptation grant, cuts to disability allowance, increase the prescription charges, and the list goes on and on. Not only is there a fight for medical cards in the first place, but there is also a fight to get a medical card back when it has been taken from a child. In 2014, the Kyle family from my own constituency of Wicklow had to go to the national TV to state their case before any notice was taken of their actual situation. Their child, Alexander, was the first person in Ireland to be diagnosed with the Mowat-Wilson syndrome, a profound intellectual and physical disability which brings life-threatening problems and seizures. Expenses include syringes and medication, nappies and other equipment, and the cost exceeded over €1,100 per month. Yet his medical card was taken away from him. And at the time, Alexander's mother told how she had been forced to sterilise and reuse syringes meant for one use only. This is not news to Minister Harris, who was here and has left, because he comes from the same constituency as Alexander. Yet Minister Harris has no problem telling us we will have to wait for the implementation of this legislation. And the Kyle family represents so many families across this state in similar situations. This government are so far removed from the realities faced by so many families out there. The fact that we have to push for something such as this proves it. Parents should not have to go on television to get a medical card for their sick child, nor should they have to battle with the system to get one when it is so desperately needed. If we were all in agreement that sick children are entitled to a medical card, then we should see emergency legislation go through now. It has been done before and it can be done again. It's a political choice. This motion provides an opportunity for Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael to give something back to the cohort of people that have taken so much from, and I hope this opportunity will not be wasted.
Thank you, Deputy Kathleen.